Hello and welcome to Replacement Player Baseball. Today we are going to see the first game of 3 between the Cubs and Reds in Cincinnati. The Cubs have won 3 in a row and 4 of their last 6 and have gotten to within 2 games of first place in the NL Central. The Reds, losers of 5 straight, are coming in on a skid. The Cubs are going to try to help extend that streak out a few more days. And we see here that today the Cubs are going to send Chris Archer out to the mound. He's making start number 17. He is 5-6 with a 3.41 ERA, 129 WHIP. And the supporting cast for the Cubs today will include Happ, Santana, Bryant, Ozuna, Shaw, Contreras, Baez, Archer, and Hayward. The Reds are sending Anthony DeSclafani out to the mound, making start number 15. He is 3-5 with a 5.21 ERA, 146 WHIP. And the Reds will have Votto, Van Meter, Castellanos, Suarez, Moustakas, Barnhart, Galvis, Akiyama, and batting ninth will be the pitcher, DeSclafani. It is partly cloudy. No word if there's going to be any rain today. 68 degrees in Cincinnati. Wind blowing left to right at 9 mph. So let's have the first pitch in today's game. The Reds' DeSclafani is standing out on the mound facing Ian Happ. The righty DeSclafani will face the switch hitter Happ, who's standing in from the left side. Critical series here for both teams. Cubs in third place in the NL Central at 38 and 40. The Reds in first at 40 and 38. And right between them is the Cardinals with only a half game difference as they are sitting in second. So DeSclafani looking for the sign, and here's the pitch. There's a ground ball to first. Votto has it. Throws to the pitcher covering the mound, and that'll be out number 1. Santana now batting with 1 out, nobody on. DeSclafani looking for the sign. Here's the pitch. Grounder to second. This one goes to first, and the result is the same. It is out number 2. Chris Bryant now batting with 2 outs, nobody on. Full count pitch to Bryant. Swing and a miss, strike 3 on the changeup. Bryant heads back to the dugout, and the Cubs are retired in order in the top of the first inning. Joey Votto will lead off for the Reds in the bottom of the first against Chris Archer. 1-2 count. Archer working, looking for the sign, and here's the pitch. And that's going to be driven right center field. It'll be playable on the warning track for out number 1. The ballpark was just big enough to hold that one. Santana flags it down, and now Van Meter is the batter with 1 out, nobody on. 0-2 count from Archer. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Got him on a fastball that was up and in. And now Castellanos, the batter. 2 outs, nobody on base. 2-2 count. Archer working. And there's a pop-up. Archer heads over. Shaw heads over, and Shaw makes the play in foul territory for out number 3. So, the Reds are retired in order in the bottom of the first inning. It is 0-0 going to the top of the second. Ozuna, the batter, he's coming up to lead off the Cubs half of the second. Full count, payoff pitch on the way. Ozuna crushes that one. That's right center field. And that is a home run for Marcell Ozuna. 399 feet, just clears the wall in right center field, and it is 1-0 Chicago. And that is what we like to see. Travis Shaw now the batter. Cubs up 1-0. Nobody out, 1 strike count, and Shaw pops it up behind second base. That'll be playable, and Galvis makes the catch for out number 1. Contreras, the batter, he steps up with 1 out, nobody on base. Full count pitch to Contreras, and that is ball 4 inside. Contreras draws the walk, heads down to first. Baez now the batter with 1 out, 1 man on. Baez waiting for the 2-2 pitch. Here it comes. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That one was a slider down and in, and Baez heads back to the dugout. He is victim number 2 of the inning. And Chris Archer is now going to come up, 2 outs, 1 man on. Darvish set a pretty high bar in the last game. I don't know if Archer can really match that. 1 strike count to Archer, and he's going to pop it up to left. It's deep but playable, and it is caught for out number 3. Van Meter holds that one in, and now we go to the bottom of the second. Cubs leading 1-0 on the Ozuna solo shot. So Suarez leading off for the Reds. Archer waiting for the sign. Here's the pitch. Grounder to third. Bryant has it. Throws to first. That is out number 1. Moustakas now batting for the Reds. 1 out, nobody on. 1 strike count from Archer. Here's the pitch. Grounder to short. The shortstop is shifted over towards second base, and he fields. Baez throws to Shaw for out number 2. Good work on getting the defenders in the right position to make that play. Baez was actually playing on the second base side of second in that particular scenario. Barnhart now batting with 2 outs, nobody on, 1 strike count from Archer. Here's the pitch. That's a liner past Happ into right field. That'll be the Reds' first hit of the game. So Galvis now batting with 2 outs, 1 man on, 1 ball count from Archer. Here comes the pitch. Popped up to right center. Hayward coming over. Santana coming over. Hayward calls him off and makes the catch for out number 3. The Reds strand a runner. We go to the top of the third. 1-0 Chicago. Jason Hayward leading off for the Cubs. He comes up leading off, with an 0-2 count. And here is the pitch. And he watches strike 3 go by on a changeup. 3 strikeouts on the day for DeSclafani. And now Ian Happ will bat with 1 out, nobody on, 1-2 count. Happ watches strike 3 go by as well. That is strikeout number 4, and the last 2 were both looking. Santana now the batter, 2 outs, nobody on, 1-2 count to Santana. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a base hit into left. That's going to drop in front of Van Meter, and Santana will have a 2-out single here in the top of the third inning. Chris Bryant now batting with 2 outs, 1 man on. Full count pitch to Bryant, and that's popped up. The shortstop goes over, and he makes the catch in short left field for out number 3. Cubs get a runner, and he is stranded. We go to the bottom of the third of a 1-0 Cub lead. Archer working to Akiyama in the bottom of the third. First pitch, and the bunt is laid down. Contreras has it, throws to first, and Akiyama is retired easily for out number 1. DeSclafani now the batter, 1 out. Full count pitch from Archer, and that is ball 4. Archer lost him. That's just embarrassing. You walk the opposing pitcher, put him on first with a free pass, and now Votto's the batter with 1 out, 1 man on. 1-2 count from Archer, and that's a grounder to second. The throw goes to short, the relay to first, and the walk is erased as the Cubs get a ground ball double play to end the inning. We go now to the top of the fourth of a 1-0 Cub lead. Ozuna coming up, he is 1 for 1 with a solo shot. He accounted for the only run so far in this game today. 2-2 count, Ozuna waiting for the pitch. And that's going to be a grounder to short. The throw goes to first, and Ozuna's retired for out number 1. Shaw now the batter, 1 out, nobody on, full count pitch to Shaw. Swing and a miss, strike 3 on the slider. That is strikeout number 5 on the day for DeSclafani. And Contreras is the next batter. Top of the 4th inning, 2 outs, nobody on. 2-2 pitch to Wilson Contreras. Swing and a miss, strike 3. DeSclafani gets him with the changeup for strikeout number 6. Cubs retired in order in the 4th. We go to the bottom of the 4th of a 1-0 Cub lead. Archer working against Van Meter. 2-2 count. Archer with the sign coming to the plate. And he gets strike 3 called. Van Meter looks at the umpire, nodding his head with disapproval as he heads back to the dugout. And Castellanos now the batter with 1 out, nobody on. 1 ball count to Castellanos. Here's the pitch. Popped up to left. That'll be Ozuna coming in to make the catch in shallow left field. Out number 2. Suarez now batting with 2 outs, nobody on. 2-0 pitch to Suarez. Archer with coming to the plate. Grounder to third. Bryant has it. Throws to first. And that will be the inning. We go to the top of the 5th inning. 1-0 Chicago. Baez, the batter, he's coming up to lead off for the Cubs in the top of the 5th. Baez has been pretty cold lately. We know he's been playing through a bit of an injury, but he just has not been contributing in any meaningful way. 1-2 count to Baez now. Here's the pitch. And he watches strike 3 go by on a changeup. You know, usually Baez swings and misses at the changeup. That time, he just watched it float by. Archer now the batter with 1 out, nobody on. Full count pitch to Archer. Here it comes. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Looked like he threw him the curve there with a full count. And now Hayward is the batter. Hayward comes up with 2 outs and nobody on. First pitch to Jason Hayward. Here it comes. That's going to be lined into center field. It is going to be caught on a diving play by Akiyama. One-handed grab out in center field. Hayward is robbed of an extra base hit. Cubs are retired in order. We go to the bottom of the 5th. 1-0 Chicago. Moustakas, the batter. He comes up leading off against Archer. Reds half of the 5th inning. Full count pitch from Archer. Here it comes. Grounder to first. It gets by Shaw into right field. That's going to be a single. Actually, that's going to be extra bases. Hayward throws to second, but Moustakas slides in safely with a double. He just never stopped running when he rounded first. And now the Reds have the tying run in scoring position, and Tucker Barnhart is the next batter. He's coming up with nobody out. Runner on second. 0-2 count from Archer. And that is strike 3 called. Archer gets a strikeout in a critical situation right there. That is strikeout number 3 on the day for him, and Freddie Galvis is the next batter. Galvis comes up, first pitch, swinging away. That's a ground ball to third. The throw goes to first, and that is 2 outs now for Archer. So Akiyama's the batter. Moustakas still standing on second. 2 outs, 1 man on. 1 ball count from Archer. Here it comes. And that's going to be a base hit. That's going to tie up the ball game. That one goes all the way to the gap in left center field to the wall. Akiyama has an RBI double, and this game is all knotted up at 1. DeSclafani now batting with 2 outs, 1 man on. Tie ball game in the bottom of the 5th inning. First pitch, and that is going to be lined to left. Ozuna heads over and makes the catch for out number 3. So the Reds get a run on a 2-out RBI double. We go to the top of the 6th inning, 1-1 tie. Ian Happ leading off against DeSclafani. He's got 79 pitches on the day. Top of the 6th inning, Happ with a 3-0 count waiting for the pitch. That is way inside. That is ball 4. Happ was diving out of the way of that one. Santana now the batter with Happ on first. Nobody out. Cubs trying to break the 1-1 tie. 0-2 count to Santana, and that's hit on a line into left field. Happ thought it was going to get down, and he has to race back to first to make sure he doesn't get doubled off. Looked good coming off the bat, but Castellanos made an excellent running play for out number 1. Chris Bryant now batting. 1 out, 1 man on. First pitch to Chris Bryant, and Santana's running. He dives, and he slides into second. That is Happ, with his second stolen base of the season. He was running on the very first pitch there from DeSclafani. So Bryant now batting with the go-ahead run in scoring position and a 2-2 count. 1 out, and he grounds weakly to third. The throw goes to first, and Bryant beats it out. Wow, good hustle play there by Chris Bryant. No chance to get Happ as he advances to third, and now the Cubs have got runners on the corners, 1 out, and Marcell Ozuna is the batter. He is 1 for 2 with a home run already today. He is coming up in a pivotal situation here in the top of the 6th inning. 2-2 count to Ozuna, and he lines a base hit into center field. That is going to drive in 1 run. Bryant stops at second. Credit Ozuna with the RBI single, and it is 2-1 Chicago. Travis Shaw now the batter. First and second, 1 out. Cubs trying to add to this 2-1 lead. First pitch to Shaw, and that's popped up to center. Van Meter heads back to the warning track, and he makes the catch. The runner at second, Bryant, tags up and heads to third. There are now 2 outs in the inning. Runners are on the corners, and Wilson Contreras is the batter. Contreras comes up, trying to add to this 2-1 Cub lead. Here's a 2-0 pitch, and Contreras pops it up in foul territory. That'll be playable, and it'll be caught by Barnhart for out number 3. Well, the Cubs do score a run. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning with a 2-1 Cub lead. Archer will face the top of the Reds lineup, Votto, Van Meter, and Castellanos here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Archer working very efficiently, only at 55 pitches right now. 2-2 count. Here comes the pitch, and he pops Votto up to right. Hayward running toward the line on the warning track makes the catch for out number 1. Votto surely gave that one a ride, but just a little bit shy. And now Van Meter is the batter. With a 1-2 count, Archer working to Van Meter. Here's the pitch. Strike 3 called, and Archer strikes him out. Van Meter, very frustrated. That's his second strikeout of the day, where he's given the umpire kind of a sideways glare. And now Castellanos the batter. With 2 outs, nobody on base. Full count pitch. Archer, here it comes. And that is crushed. That is going to tie the game back up. Castellanos hits that one over Ozuna's head. Ozuna didn't hardly even react. 400 feet to left center field. And that game is tied. Castellanos continues to punish the Cubs for letting him go in the offseason. And now Suarez the batter. 2-2 ball game. Archer trying to work his way out of the bottom of the 6th inning. 2-2 count, 2 out. And there's a pop-up to center. Santana coming over. He is going to make the catch for out number 3. We go to the top of the 7th. It is a 2-2 tie here in Cincinnati. Baez leading off for the Cubs. Cubs sending up 7, 8, and 9 here in the top of the 7th inning. 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. There's a grounder to second. Baez is retired for out number 1. Routine ground ball, 4-3. Archer now batting for himself in the top of the 7th inning. 1 out, 1-1 count. And Archer hits that one up the middle. The shortstop has it, but he gets by him. Galvis lost his grip on it, and that's going to be scored as an infield hit for Chris Archer. So, the Cubs have the potential go-ahead run on first. Jason Hayward is batting, and we have a new pitcher, the reliever, Robert Stevenson, coming in for the Reds. He has thrown 30 1/3 innings, 15 walks, 35 strikeouts, and a 5.34 ERA. He will face Jason Hayward with 1 out, 1 man on in the top of the 7th inning. 2-2 count. Stevenson looking for the sign. And here's the pitch. And Hayward lines that one into right field. That was just a frozen rope right past the second baseman. Credit Hayward with a single as Archer advances to second, and Happ is now batting with 2 on and 1 out in the top of the 7th inning. 2-2 count to Happ. Stevenson working, and that's popped up to right. That's not really going to accomplish much. As the right fielder comes in, that's too shallow for the runner to tag up and advance to third. So, there are 2 outs now. Santana's the batter. 2 men on. Stevenson working. First pitch to Santana. Here it comes. Grounder to third. The throw goes to first, and Santana's retired to end the inning. The Cubs get 2 runners. They strand them both. We go to the bottom of the 7th of a 2-2 tie. Moustakas now batting for the Reds. He's going to lead off against Archer. Bottom of the 7th inning. 2-2 tie. 2-2 count. And Archer with the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Archer gets Moustakas for strikeout number 5 on the game. Barnhart now batting with 1 out, nobody on, 0-2 count. Archer with the pitch. And there is strike 3 called, number 6 on the day. That is a circle change from Archer to record the strikeout looking. And now Galvis is the batter. 2 outs, nobody on, 2-2 count to Galvis. Archer with the pitch. Strike 3 called. Archer strikes out the side in the bottom of the 7th inning. The Reds are retired in order. We go to the top of the 8th. It is 2-2, all tied up at Great America Ballpark. Chris Bryant batting for the Cubs, trying to do something here to lead off and break this tie. First pitch to Bryant from Stevenson. Here it comes. And that's hit a mile. That one might go into the second deck. Left field, Bryant crushes it. Home run number 11 on the season, 395 feet, and the Cubs now lead 3-2. Ozuna, the batter, he's coming up. He already has a home run today. He is 2 for 3 with a home run and 2 RBIs in this game. 1-2 count to Ozuna, and here's the pitch. And Ozuna pops it up behind second base. Shortstop goes back, and Galvis puts it away for out number 1. Shaw the batter now. Shaw batting against Stevenson with 1 out, nobody on. 0-2 count. Shaw waiting for the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Shaw heads back to the dugout. He chased a fastball there. And now Contreras coming up with 2 outs, nobody on. 2-2 count to Contreras. Stevenson continuing to work. Swing and a miss, strike 3 on the fastball that was down and in. Contreras is retired, but the Cubs do score on the Bryant solo home run, and we go to the bottom of the 8th of a 3-2 Cub lead. Chris Archer with 90 pitches coming out to work the bottom of the 8th. He's got Akiyama, the pitcher's spot, and then Votto coming up. 2-0 count, Archer working to Akiyama. Here's the pitch. That's a grounder to second. The throw goes to first, and Akiyama's retired for out number 1. Derek Dietrich will come up as a pinch hitter for the Reds in the bottom of the 8th inning. Pinch hitting in the pitcher's spot. He is 23 for 93 this season, batting .247 with 3 home runs. 1 strike count. Archer looking for the sign. Here is the pitch. And that is going to tie this game up. Derek Dietrich just hit a deep fly ball to right center field, and that is a home run off of Chris Archer, 413 feet, and we have a 3-3 tie. This has been quite the ball game, very back and forth here today. And now, Nick Birdie's coming in to pitch, albeit perhaps a batter too late. He's going to face Joey Votto. Birdie comes in with 9 1/3 innings thrown, 6 walks to 12 strikeouts, and a .289 ERA. Votto coming up. He has 11 home runs on the season. And 1 strike is the count, 1 out in the inning. Birdie looking for the sign, and here's the pitch. And that's going to be a line drive to left center field. Votto is going for extra bases. He rounds first, heading into second. Slides into second with a double as Ozuna gets the ball back in. So the Reds have the go-ahead run on second with 1 out in the bottom of the 8th inning. And now Van Meter is the batter. He's going to face Birdie with a 1-2 count, and he pops it up to left. This one will be playable for Ozuna. He makes the catch, gets the ball back in quickly. Votto has to hold at second, and that is out number 2. Castellanos now batting. Of course, Castellanos is going to be the one that's going to come up in this situation. The go-ahead run is in scoring position. Bottom of the 8th inning, 3-3 tie. Castellanos with the first pitch from Birdie. Here it comes. And that's a grounder to third. Bryant has it, throws to first, and Castellanos, thankfully, is retired to end the inning. So we go now to the top of the 9th. We are all tied up at 3 in Cincinnati. Baez will lead off against Michael Lorenzen. Lorenzen comes in with 28 2/3 innings thrown, 10 walks, 36 strikeouts, and a 3.77 ERA. You know, the Reds traded Iglesias and Strop to the Cubs, and I feel like they still have an entire stable of good relievers to bring into these ball games. Lorenzen, with a 1-2 count, working to Baez. Here comes the pitch. And Lorenzen swings, gets Baez to swing and miss for strike 3. Baez heads back to the dugout, and Tauschman is going to pinch hit for the pitcher's spot. He comes up with 1 out, nobody on. Cubs trying to retake the lead here in the top of the 9th inning. 2-2 count to Tauschman. Swing and a miss, strike 3. He heads back to the dugout. 2 strikeouts for Lorenzen with 2 batters faced, and now Hayward is coming up next. 1-1 count. Hayward standing in, and he pops it up to right. That's going to be playable. It's going to be caught by Castellanos for out number 3. We go to the bottom of the 9th inning. It is a 3-3 tie here in Cincinnati. And Sammy T is going to be the pitcher for the Cubs. He's coming in with 14 1/3 innings thrown, 8 walks, 13 strikeouts, and a 5.65 ERA. Sammy will face Suarez to lead off the bottom of the 9th. 2-2 count. And here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Tuivailala gets the strikeout to lead off the Reds half of the 9th. And now Moustakas coming up with 1 out, nobody on. 1-2 count to Moustakas. That's a grounder up the middle. Baez has it. Throws to first. Baez, again, was in a perfect position to make that play on the shift. And now Tucker Barnhart is the batter. With 2 outs, nobody on. 0-2 count. And he lines one into right field. Hayward is not going to get that. It's going to get down for a single. Man, Sammy had a 0-2 count, and he lost him. Hung a slider out over the middle of the plate. And now Winker is going to bat. He's going to pinch hit for the Reds from the left side. Winning run standing on first. 2 outs. And Sammy T pitching with a 2-2 count. Here it comes. Popped up to center. I think this is going to do it. It's on the warning track. Oh, but it drops in. It drops in. How did that happen? Santana did not get to the ball, and the Reds just walked this one off in the top or the bottom of the 9th inning, 4-3. Man, just another soul-crushing defeat at the hands of the Cincinnati Reds. So the Reds get 4 runs on 8 hits with no errors. The Cubs get 3 runs on 7 hits with no errors. And that is a walk-off double by Jesse Winker in the bottom of the 9th inning. So the Cubs dropped to 38-41, 3 games behind the Reds. The Reds improved to 41-38. The player of the game is Anthony DeSclafani. He threw 6 1/3 of 5-hit, 2-run baseball with 2 walks and 8 strikeouts. Archer for the Cubs looked very good. He was 7 1/3, 5 hits, 3 runs, all earned, 1 walk, 7 strikeouts, did allow 2 home runs. Sam Tuivailala is tagged with the loss. He is 0-2. He threw 2/3 of an inning, allowed 2 hits, 1 earned run, and got 1 strikeout. Lorenzen gets the win. He threw a perfect inning with 2 strikeouts in the Cubs half of the 9th. So if we look at the game log, just to clarify exactly what happened there, they're crediting him with a double. They're just saying apparently it got over Santana's head out into center field. It looked like he was going to have a play, but apparently he didn't. So RBI double by Tucker Barnhart, or by Jesse Winker, to drive in Tucker Barnhart to win this ball game. Well, thank you for watching Replacement Player Baseball.